Hi guys, sorry if I'm doing this a lot. I'm trying to block this crazy light in the background so you don't have a crazy glare, but I am going to be talking in this video. It's one of the most important videos you will see on here about Instagram and how I work my Instagram to build my photography business. Now, I know a lot of photographers use different social medias in different ways that they market themselves. I will say a huge majority of my clients come from Instagram and referrals. So those are probably my biggest percentages as far as like who I get for my clients. So that's why I focus so much on Instagram. And I'm going to teach you some basics in the advanced course. I'm going to go way more in depth with different things that I do on Instagram. But for this, I want to start with like, all right, you're just starting out your photography business. What do I do with Instagram to, build my Instagram and be able to market myself and get more clients? So the very first thing, I'm going to show you my Instagram and you can scroll. You're going to see that my editing style has changed. My followers have changed, my likes, all of that good stuff. I'm going to kind of give different, everybody's different with what they believe and what they think and what they do on Instagram. I'm going to just give you what I do and just, let you know that this has worked for me. And I do highly recommend some things that I do, compared to other people. But as you know, everyone, thinks differently. So maybe what works for me wouldn't work for somebody else, and what works for other people doesn't work for me. So, the very first thing, let's keep it simple. Make a profile, right? You're going to post first. So before you worry about followers or following anyone, just post stuff. So if you have done model calls, say you took photos of family or friends of yours for free, then post your sessions. Post all of them. Post as many photos as possible, because your goal is not to get followers right now. It is just to build a portfolio. You just want something on there. Okay? So content before followers. Then I want you to research tags. So the way that you can do that is the search button. And so I'm going to show up my Instagram real quick so you guys can see. You can search in here hashtags. So like if I wanted to look up, Colorado Springs photographer, you can see, oh, sorry, y'all, can't spell. You can see that all of this shows up, right? If I enter that, it'll work for me. Here we go. Oh, sorry. I accidentally clicked on somebody. Let's see, Colorado Springs photographer. Okay, I don't want to actually click on anyone. I think that's when I hit enter, it just went to the first person. Let's see. Here we go, hashtag right here. When you're on your phone, it's actually a lot easier to do this. It'll show the hashtags right away. So this is hashtag. There's 3,095 hashtags with this. So if you're in Colorado Springs, something that might be helpful is look at what other hashtags other people are using. If you click on this photo, look at all these hashtags that they're using right here. I know that you're probably thinking why is it important? Truly, I've heard this from many of my clients. I put in my inquiry email, how did you find me? I've heard so many times I put in hashtag Fort Bragg photographers or hashtag Fayetteville photographers, and they found me that way. And they just looked through all of these photos that people have tagged right here and saw my editing, were like, oh, that looks beautiful, and clicked me. And so I can't recommend enough. Research tags, hashtags, and save them. Post them on your photos. That way you can copy and paste every single time you post a photo. Post your best sessions multiple times. So if you have one session in particular, you nailed it. These are great photos, great edits. You're more proud of those. Post them often so that those are always showing up. And then post. So this is contradictory to what some photographers believe. Some photographers believe post what you want to book. Post, if you want couples, only post couples. If you want newborns, only post newborns. I'm going to say when you're first starting out, post everything. The reason is you are trying to build a clientele here, and the more you post all of your clients, the more they're going to share that as well, and you're going to get more followers and people from them. And so I post everybody, and to be honest with you, I probably could get away with not posting everybody now, now that I've been doing this for a while, but I still do because honestly, I'm not out here. I don't care if like not every photo I nailed it and I think it's the best photo ever. I don't care what other photographers think and are like, oh, her edits aren't that great on that one. I don't really care at all. What I care about are my clients, and I love that my clients get excited when they see their photos, so I post everybody. But some people don't believe in that and post what you want and say yes to other sessions. I say yes to the sessions I want and post them anyway. So it's really whatever you want to do there. The other thing, and I know this is crazy, but post on your story. Post on your story often. And so I'm going to show you here. This is my profile. We're going to go right here. So you can see these are, you can pin photos. So these are just some popular posts that I've had. And you can pin them, which is like where you put this little pin. That means these are the ones that show up first, but then none of these right here are pinned. Sorry, I don't know why this is over here. There we go. And so you can see these are all just my most recent posts. I'm going to show you just an example so you can see all these hashtags that I use every single time. So I write a caption out and then I use the hashtags. These help me a lot with building a clientele. I can't recommend enough. Once you're using these hashtags, then go find a bunch of the photographers in the area. Start following them, see if they'll give you a follow back. You can also like reach out to people. I've messaged people on Instagram and said, hey girl, like that's a beautiful spot. Would you be willing to share? You can ask people. The worst they can say is no. You could also start searching places in the area. So what if there are like parks nearby you? You can look at the map. You can look at, different venues that are nearby and follow those. A lot of people will give you a follow back. And if they see you're posting at their venue, they'll share that. So I know it's a lot of work. I don't want to overwhelm you. I know Instagram's a lot. Social media is a lot. But I can't recommend Instagram enough. I feel like this is kind of where our world is heading. But I will say Instagram is a little bit more of a younger clientele. I do have more younger clientele, and Facebook's a little older clientele. So I have friends that mainly market on Facebook, and they told me that most of their clients are a little bit older. And I have mainly younger clients. So it's really what you want. I say that if this is something that you're trying to get in, you want more, young couples getting engaged, like weddings, Instagram's going to be primarily probably what you use. So the next thing is post on your story a lot and post often. The reason is Instagram has, I'm sure you guys have heard of an algorithm. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't look at the algorithm. I don't really care to see how many people view my profile a day. It could be helpful for you. I just don't. However, I post on my story every single day. And I know this is going to sound crazy because obviously I'm doing this in a video. I actually don't love showing my face on camera. Even now I'm like self-conscious. I'm like, oh, God bless. My makeup's all over. It's just like, it's been a long day. I actually don't enjoy it. I get really self-conscious. I don't love myself on camera. I actually don't like taking pictures myself. And so it's really hard for me, but I know that in this business, if you're going to be successful and I'm going to be successful, it's a relationship that people are building with you. And so I have to post on my story so that people feel like they get to know me. They can put a face with the camera, like with who's going to be behind the camera when they hire me. And so it also gives them a little insight into my personality, and people are like, hey, she seems cool. I think we would work well together, and they hire me. And so I'm going to show you, this is literally just today what I had on my story. I know it's a lot, so bear with me, but I do new posts when I post something. This was also a new post I did today. This is, oh, bless, don't judge me, y'all. That is my face talking. I have like the caption of, I talk about like if I have minis coming up or what I'm up to that day. I talk about how I might open up another day for my Christmas minis. I talked about how I was going location scouting that day. I was going to share with my followers what locations I find, all of that good stuff. So I posted on here about that. And then this is the location I found with a friend of mine today, and I post a little update. I had a couple people reach out and say, oh my gosh, where is that? Is that local? I'd love to. I said, look, there's a cow, you can shoot with a cow. Me and some photographer friends here. I try to just show that we're out here scouting. When somebody features me, I try to post that. And then this is, so this is important. I might go back to this. So I post every time I do a session, I do a little behind the scenes video of my clients, and then I post it on my story and I tag them. The reason I do this is they always repost it. 98% of the time they repost it. Sometimes they don't, but I put music to it. A lot of times I'll ask them what song they personally like. So if they have like, hey, this is our wedding song, or hey, this is the song our kids like right now, I post their video with music and then I tag them in it. I always hide their tags because sometimes people don't want their names out there. So I just drag it down below the screen. And not only when they share it does it reach all of their followers, but it also means a lot to my clients because they're like, oh, you really got to know us. This song and this video is like us in action. Like, it's cool. This family had no idea I was even taking the video at this moment. And they told me that they love the band Coldplay. So I just picked a Coldplay song. And then I sent them I not only tagged them in the story so they reposted it, I sent it to them in a message so that they had that to cherish forever. Okay, so then I'm going to move on, and then I show my daughter. I try to sometimes show my personal life a little bit so people realize like I'm a mom. And then I just showed a behind the scenes photo that a client got of me tonight. So that was really sweet. Manage your feed so that you want your potential clients seeing a variety. And so make sure that you are showing variety. So like what I do is if I have multiple sessions, sometimes I'll post the session that I really like this one right here. I only posted 2 photos. I'm going to post more of them later. At that moment, it was just what I wanted to post and I thought it was different. It kind of mixed up my feed a little bit where I had a black and white photo and not just color all the time to show that I like to mix it up, get a little artsy sometimes. So make sure that you are managing your feed so that you get your potential clients to see that you have a variety and a theme when they visit your page. And then an important thing is when you are creating your Instagram, make sure you create a bio up here. So one of the key things that I learned later, I didn't do this right away, so just know that I did learn this, is post where you primarily want to shoot. So even if you're willing to travel, make sure you post like where you're kind of near. But like, for instance, I'm Fayetteville, North Carolina photographer. I prefer to stay local. I don't actually love driving and traveling. And so that's why I put that. If I was a photographer that didn't mind traveling everywhere, even though I will, like I'll charge a travel fee if I travel to Wilmington or I travel to Raleigh, I would post, instead of doing Fayetteville, North Carolina, I would just put North Carolina photographer if I was willing to travel everywhere. I'm not personally because I'm a mom and I have a family. I don't like to drive very far, so I kind of stick to my little area and every once in a while I'll branch out of it. So make sure you put where you're located right away in the bio. And then I put just a little, it doesn't let you put a lot of words. So I put things that were important to me. I put exactly what I like to focus on in photographing. And then I put for his glory because I wanted people to know I'm a Christian. And that's just something that's important to me. The last thing that I'm going to say that's really important to know when you're first starting your Instagram that I can't recommend enough is when you do make a post, make sure that you are posting your location. So right here, I have Fayetteville, North Carolina. Always, always, always post your location because like I was talking about with the hashtags, sometimes people don't look up hashtags, they just look up an area. So they'll type in Fayetteville, North Carolina and just look through photos in Fayetteville, North Carolina. And if they see like a pretty photo, they'll click on it and find me that way. I can't recommend Instagram enough. I can't make this up. I would say like 60% of my clientele are referrals from other clients, but that also includes Instagram. And then I would say a good like 30 to 40% are also from Instagram. I barely get any from Facebook, probably because I don't focus as much on Facebook and I like Instagram, my clientele from there. But I will say that even the referrals are from Instagram. So like when people repost my story or they share anything that I do with them in it, they will reshare it and then I get to get viewed by all of their followers, whoever looks at their story. So it really works out great for me. I hope this was helpful. I just want to recap like main points for if you're starting your own photography business, like the biggest things. Create your profile. Don't worry about getting followers first. Just post content. Post everything. Every and anything. Post your best sessions a little bit more than your other sessions. And it could be free sessions. It doesn't matter. No one cares if it was paid or not. They don't need to know. okay? And even if they're friends or family of yours, always use the word client. They are clients. That way people know that you are a professional, okay? Research hashtags. Make sure that you are doing your research and adding those to every single photo. Then go follow people. Start following locations, other photographers in the area. Post to every client. Like I said, I think it's the best thing you could do when you first start out. And post on your story often, even if it's goofy. Y'all should see, I have a little highlight right here if you ever get to go look at it that says my goofy self. I haven't updated that in a very long time, but I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I wasn't super busy in the beginning, so I was posting myself all the time just to try to get my personality out there and see if people would like me and like book me. And I was posting some weird stuff, and one of my friends called me out on it the other day and was like, what was that I saw on your feed? You were like walking by the camera like, oh, hey there, didn't see you. And I was like, oh, that I did do that. But you know what? It was who I was like, I'm goofy. I'm just going to roll with it. If they love me, great. I'm so sorry. I got off on a tangent there. The other thing is include fun details for your clients. Ensure they tag you when they post. Manage your feed with potential clients seeing your variety. And then link all your socials on your website. I forgot to mention that. So link your socials on your little bio at the top there. You can see right here, I have my little session link popped up. If you click it, you can go to my website, or you can go to where If I Have Minis going on. So I'm going to show you, and it goes directly to my website. So make sure that you are linking your socials on your Instagram so that people can easily book you, okay? Because I don't usually get a lot of people messaging me through Instagram. They usually book through my website. But every once in a while I'll get somebody messaging me on Instagram. But those are the main points. I hope that was helpful. Use Instagram, y'all. I can't recommend it enough. It has been a game changer for my photography business. And I hope that was helpful. Bye.